I am enormously flattered that folks would talk about me in my party as someone who they think could be a candidate for president. But I am absolutely nowhere near beginning that consideration process. I haven't even been sworn in for my second term yet. I've got work to do here, and that's my focus. My focus is on the people of New Jersey and the job that they gave me. And so all those considerations are, you know, the kind of hysteria that goes around this because everybody's in that world gets preoccupied with that job. I am not preoccupied with that job. I'm preoccupied with this one. And as you can tell, I got plenty to do.
He can't get away from it, even in the midst of arguably his worst day between yesterday and today of his administration as the political prospects. Before I get to 2016, governing Jersey now.
Ooh.
A lot of folks, hey, you know, one of the biggest criticisms of Obama was nobody's afraid of him. People were afraid of Christie. Even last night, that same Fort Lee mayor, he was petrified that what happens when the cameras go away? He's going to come get me. You know, it was like out of a bad horror movie. But I don't know if the fear factor is there anymore.
Christie talks about bipartisanship a lot, but that bipartisanship comes because people are afraid of him, and they're afraid not of him, of his popularity. They're afraid of his numbers, which is why Sweeney in the Senate and Oliver in the Assembly have been playing let's make a deal with Christie from day one. He's a popular guy. You don't want to go against 60% popular, 65% popular. That advantage may be taken away from Christie at this point. And if that's the case, there's not a lot of impetus for people to play let's make a deal with the governor at this point.
And it's going to be taken away with the news media as well. Those big wet kisses the news media has been giving this governor for over a year now, that's gone. Coverage within the state from the Star-Ledger and all the different newspapers, it's not going to be as positive and as glowing on face value of whatever Christie said as it was in the past.
But yet his biggest asset was, whether you believe it or not, coming off as an authentic, I am who I am, right? If he starts to try and be somebody else now in the wake of this, that hurts him more than it might hurt somebody else. So it's as everything with this story, so nuanced how he plays. Okay, he addressed the issue of his 2016 bid, but he obviously, he wanted to be, and he got it. He runs the Republican Governors Association right now. You can't turn on TV on Sunday nationally without seeing the guy. He's going to probably be on again this weekend, but not for the reasons I'm sure he'd love, but he's going to get it out of the way, like today's presser. The one advantage he has is the calendar. It's just turned 2014. He's got time to rehab both image and answer the questions. And if there is not another smoking gun with this, it was a bad chapter for him, but not a fatal one. You disagree?
We'll see. And in the next couple of months will be the telling sign. If Republican governors no longer want to be seen with Christie, that will dry up the fundraising dollars. That will dry up his popularity. If they say he handled this properly and they're willing to stand with him and answer the questions that they're going to get because of this guy, then he'll rebound.
You know what, Andrew, I thought it was funny. In the presser, he talked about how many Democratic mayors he tried to get their endorsements from today. And I was listening, and I got why he was saying that. But he said, literally, I got 60. I was trying to get on the hundreds. And I was thinking to myself, how's that going to play nationally when you're so eager to get Democrats to wrap their arms around you? It just fit that narrative where people were so bitter at him towards the end of the last election cycle with a warm embrace of Obama and the Jersey Shore.
Well, that's everything that we've been talking about with Chris Christie for some time now. He's trying to run as the opposite of Rand Paul. He's trying to run as the Republican who can actually make deals with Democrats.
Well, there's one guy who's not upset tonight, Rand Paul.
But that's just the thing. Or Paul Ryan, who even said, like, hey, I get stuck in traffic too. Like, everybody's starting to make glib little comments related to traffic just to remind people of what's happening with Christie. But, you know, this doesn't make it, I don't think, harder or easier for Christie to win the nomination at this point. He's still trying to do that across the divide sales job.
I think it made it harder because his competency was never called in question before today.
Well, but his bipartisanship comes by force, and I think that was reinforced today, and I'm not necessarily sure that's the kind of bipartisanship that people are looking for.
All right. There was other news today other than this, including in the political world in New York, some interesting welcomes and also a sad announcement of a goodbye. We'll get into both of those after this.